Hello there, how are you doing? I'm speaking in a power cut. It's 6 p.m. The sun is going to set in Khale from right now, so let's do everything in our power, our might, our splendor to, what do you call this thing? Try and get this information out while the sun is still out because there's no power. Okay. I use these podcasts to try and get information that's on my head out because literally I'm so backlogged and I've got so much work to do that if it was not for the interruption of podcasts, I would probably not work at all. Not do new content. I would just keep on editing old content. Okay. Or done already content. Righto. So I was speaking in the first part about how Christians need to just stop being scary cats all over the show and using words that are totally in the dictionary, for crying out loud. You can use the word vaccine. You can use the word corona. You can use the word COVID. You can use all the apparently allegedly taboo words that are out there in this world insofar as you are careful with the context of what it is that you speak around those words. However, if you do intend to be taboo, by all means do use all different kinds of code talk. I am so sick and tired of this scrummaging, scary little cowering body of Christ that is just literally what in the world is with this Morse code? Stop. Use words that we as a society have come up with to describe certain things. It is called coronavirus. It is not the Bill Gates juice, or the vaccine is not the Bill Gates juice, or coronavirus is also not the CVD or the Wuhan virus, whatever. It's coronavirus. It's measles if it's measles. It is rubella if it's rubella. It's AIDS if it's AIDS. Use the words that you need to use. There are other Christians that are even scared to use the word pornography. There are other Christians that are scared to use the word sex and penis and vagina. There are other Christians who are scared to use the word, literally, can you be so scared of these megalomaniacs all over the show to a point where you cannot use dictionary terms without being rude about it? Literally, you get to use the words insofar as you are being, I don't know, normal and not full of sexual innuendo and funny little things. There are things goodness gracious, the Bible is more graphic than Christians in using terminologies that are just there to describe nouns, literally nouns, naming words of things. We get to use them. That's why they're in the dictionary. These people have caused you to cower so much. They have made you so afraid that you are literally code Morse talking. What are you doing? Stop. Anyway, whatever. Christians, you and your Morse code, I'm done. I'm frustrated by this world of insane, randoms that are literally even taking dictionary terminology out of our mouths. Very soon, we're not going to be able to use the word male or female because we're going to have to say, freaking, what this woke agenda? What is a woman? A person with an XY chromosome or an XX chromosome, whatever. Stop. It's a woman. And it's a man. They they changed the word woman. In some dictionaries at the Oxford, I stand corrected. From, I guess, a person that has that has got these kinds of body parts, this many chromosomes or whatnot, to an individual that identifies as female. For crying out loud. No, we get to say woman without having to describe that it's a cis woman or a cis male. We get to use words in the historical context, the way that we have always gauged them, and not have people come at us like a ton of bricks. They are the ones that need to cease and desist. The Bible, it is written therein that the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and violent people take it by force. We must take the kingdom by force. We must take the earth by force. How are you gonna go change literally centuries of content, of understanding, of knowledge, of information? How are you gonna go under heaven and change all that because of a few megalomaniacal, funny little weird people that are literally too freaking extreme? They are on the outliers of the normal distribution. You are allowing the earth to be largely flamboyant as opposed to just in some homeostatic state of chill outedness, just to relax, to be, to fumble around and roll around in the mud, trying to figure out a person's, gender pronouns, for crying out loud. No, you're a girl if I see that you're a girl. If I'm confused because you're a tomboy, I might even ask if you're a girl or a boy, but do not expect me to call you they, them. No, I won't do it. I will not do it. It is that basic. I grew up, I was born in 1984, and all along there has been grammar that has been taught us in the English language and all other languages that I have become accustomed to. And now, at my ripe old age of 38, you want me to all of a sudden change that? Stop. No, I'm not doing it. And I'm finding that believers online are starting to become politically correct. Are you serious? You're being woke. You're disappointing us all, the way that David Platt decided to go and subscribe to the woke agenda. Stop being believable children of the living God that one day all of a sudden start to subscribe to the woke agenda. It's no, stop. Words are words. A vaccination is a vaccination in the dictionary term, and you don't get to call it the Bill Gates juice or okay, you can call it a jab, but you don't get to call it a snake bite or whatever, insofar as you're not being taboo. Only if they're gonna bring down your channel and give you a strike because you used the word vaccination, then by all means, be all code talky about it and hand gesture and do sign language and put all different kinds of posters up and then put your content on Rumble, on BitChute, on Gab, on all different kinds of other places that don't give you grief with censorship. Mara, if you are speaking about these terms in a neutral sense, you get to use them. You literally get to use them. I know of a woman that I follow that if at all she's busy trying to speak against pornography, for instance, she just says, she literally does this with her finger, and then she writes the word porn on her screen, and then there is an asterisk in the middle of O. The word pornography is not banned. If anything, it is so hugely celebrated by the people of the earth that they use it freely, using all different kinds of other connotations of the word. Other, very lewd versions of the word porn in a way that is less savory than us. And yet we're cowering and running away from using the word pornography. How are you going to go and teach people to walk away from pornography if you can't say the word? It's not like you're using the F word, for crying out loud. When you're speaking about fornication, it's not like you are using the P word, the S word, whatever might be all these taboo words, because our speech is not seasoned with salt and so using it. We need to know what to say in a way that gets the gospel message out without us looking like we are cowering under the woke agenda that is even going so far as to redefine what a woman is in the dictionary. Let them go and do that stupid stuff. Insofar as it is not yet banned and brought down and calamitized by some strange little global agenda, we get to still use it. I'm going to move to my car because right now staying in here does not make sense since the sun is setting so badly. And as we move to the car, I guess we can still continue to talk. There is absolutely no reason and all why I have to stop this video at 7 minutes in. I apologize because I still have 3 whole minutes of juice to go here. My vehicle doesn't even lock. But that is a story of the life of a South African struggling saint. Anyway. Say hi to my cat. I want to talk. What am I sitting on? Anyway, we are here chatting. Okay, let us discuss, you guys, what is with the ludicrousness of the world at large. There is a gentleman. He's not Christian. He is a doctor, however, a medical doctor. And he has been targeted in the worst way by the crazy people in the world. No, I'm sorry, they're not worth anybody's while. How in the world are you so megalomaniacal? You know what? The devil is this Oki that fell from heaven. Do you understand? Blanc splat because he dared try and take over the authority of his own creator. Human beings will always try to lord it over everybody else with an iron fist, and they do this shortly after making a whole bunch of money. That's what human beings do. They make money and then they think they can run the world, they can run the show, they can tell everybody that they're Beyonce and they're girls, so they run the world. That is what human beings try to do. Now, thanks to unequal distribution of wealth in the world and there being therefore just 1% of the global population having all the wealth of the world, these 5 people that have got the wealth of the world are literally trying to control information and control what under heaven it is that we get to say. They are trying to control what it is that we get to define as words in the dictionary. They control literally, they want to anyway, things that have been the status quo all along. Allow me to give you a little bit of a history of the Illuminati so you can be cured from that insanity, guys. One moment. Next part.